Well, hello, welcome to Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
I'm Michael Manischewitz. Mandel, yes.
And you notice the show's is titled this week, Manischewitz.
Are we going to start with that?
That's because we're going to be tasting a few things here on the show.
Mark said it's Hanukkah. I don't know if he said it with the ch, but he said that we should do something with Hanukkah drinks. Jews, if they drink, they will drink. This is how much I've had this for years.
Oh,
as we're soon going to find out, they drink Manischewitz. It's a very smooth Concord grape wine.
You like it better than Mogan David?
Same thing.
Is it?
Same thing. Mad Dog? Yeah.
It's sweet red wine.
It's called Mad Dog. This doesn't smell bad. So, I don't know if we're going to make it. We're going to see if this still tastes good. I'm going to make Mark drink it.
There's one way to find out.
Yes. This is a little old, and so are we. So,
it's nicely aged.
I bet it's not that bad.
It's rather sweet, as it's meant to be.
It's pretty much like it is.
Yeah. It tastes all right.
Yeah. Do you want to try it?
But we better finish it. But otherwise, it'll go bad.
Yeah, that's right. We can have more. So, my idea was to try it with vodka, which is also a Russian Jewish thing. In this case, Austrian Jewish.
I think that would be a good thing to mix that with.
You do?
I do.
Okay, well.
Having tasted that, it's sweet enough. I think the two will complement each other.
I think you're right, and if we don't make it through the show, you'll know why. So this is nice and cold. Ooh, this will stain.
Yes, and if you've watched this show before, you know that
what we do is try things out.
We sample a lot of cocktails. We love food and drink on this show, and today we're talking about drink.
And sometimes I know what I'm talking about. Today, I don't. I'm thinking you can mix. We did a show where we mixed vodka and beer. Remember that?
Oh, yes.
And one of them turned out to be very good.
Actually, if we'd been successful at it, we wouldn't remember it.
Well, if they all were successful. But
you don't think we should do this 50-50?
That's about 50-50 because
Is
it's
it?
wider on top.
All right, well, that's what we're doing.
Yes, so we're doing 50-50. So potato vodka, everybody thinks that vodka is always made out of potato. Mm-hmm. Rarely is it made out of potato because it's a lot cheaper to use wheat or grain alcohol.
Well, in that spirit, I'm going to stir it up with a potato chip.
So these potato chips are not potato chips. They're small miniature latkes, which you know is the traditional thing. This is a
bag of
Lay's potato chips.
Crispy latkes.
But in honor of the holiday season, it's family size. Because holidays is time when you're with your family.
It's good to be with the family on the holiday season. Well, let's try this, Michael.
Okay, let's see. Do we shake it up?
I started mine with a potato chip.
Oh, you did?
Okay. What are you waiting for?
I want to see if you died or not.
No, that's drinkable.
Oh, it's not bad.
It's like fruit juice and vodka, really. That's how sweet that is.
Yeah, it's got you want to put some sweet vermouth in?
No, it's sweet enough.
You think it's sweet enough?
Yes, it's sweet enough and red enough.
I must have put more vodka than you.
I think you did.
I'll put more Manischewitz in.
There you go.
Whatever you want. So, cheers.
That's an interesting holiday drink. You don't have to use potato vodka.
No, you could use any vodka. Don't use Absolute, I would say. Absolute has more of that alcoholic flavor. I don't want to say anything bad about Absolute. You can tell Absolute from anything.
Do the Germans
Deborah.
do the Germans make vodka?
Yes, they do.
Well, don't mix it with Manischewitz, whatever you do. Just on principle alone.
Hey, no, they've really tried to make amends over the past.
I see.
60 years.
Well, that's interesting. You know,
that's not bad.
We're talking about the holiday drinks. Speaking of the holiday, it's snowing. It was snowing Thursday to beat the band, and winter weather is upon us.
We don't know what it's doing right now because we're inside.
But the winter weather is here, and so.
So what are you going to talk about the winter weather?
Keep your pets safe. Don't leave them outside in the rain.
Did you say keep your pants on? Did you say keep your pants on?
We'll do that too, especially if you're in Congress.
Yes.
But keep your pets safe. Don't leave them out in the freezing cold and snow and the rain. Bring them inside if you can. Keep your horses in the barn. Keep them covered. Keep them warm.
Keep your animals in the barn. Yes.
Yeah.
And if you are in Congress, you don't want to put your pants on while you're in Congress. When you're congressing with somebody else.
No.
That's, Congress is a sexual term.
And I
Now
see.
it is.
You don't want to have Congress.
You don't have Congress when
with
you
somebody.
put your pants on while you're doing it. 'Cause
Yes.
somebody's going to get caught in a zipper.
But, it's kind of fun to dress warmly and keep
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You get to wear all those winter clothing.
I like to make snowmen in the summer. You don't have to. It's so bulky you can't move. You get snow down your neck. Oh yeah, see, you can do it at White Sands.
Go to White Sands,
The snowmen don't stick together.
they don't stick very
You have
well.
to mix them with egg whites.
But another thing you can do, if you don't have all the winter clothes you need, you can go down to the club store.
Oh,
What is the
that's
club
right.
store, you say? Well, it's a brand new outlet store here in Las Cruces, and that's just recently opened up on Telshore. They've got
it's
things in
neat.
there at 50 to 80, 90% off what you'll find in other stores around town.
You think, as our producer says, it's better than the big box stores?
Yes,
I think that's the one. It's sort of on the way to
North Telshore.
It's on North Telshore, sort of around. What is it? Outback.
Outback's near there.
Yeah. And
You
it's
have
at the old
gymnasium.
Primetime Fitness. That's the old Primetime Fitness
Yes,
place.
and they have
I'm going there. I just found out. We all thought it was about golf clubs. Who wants to go buy golf clubs? Who needs a whole store for clubs?
Well, they've got clothing, they've got housewares, they've got food items, all these things marked down, and clothes right now are 50% off. And for the month of December, everything you can take an additional 10% off at the cash register.
Oh, so you cash yourself out.
Yeah,
So you do it yourself.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to run over
So
there.
that's the
That
club
should be
store.
pretty good.
In fact, I'm running over there right now. So
Sounds good. Oh, look, there's snow there. Oh, my God.
yeah. So brand new to Las Cruces, and
membership.
this is a Las Cruces channel exclusive. This is the first television advertising they've done.
901 North Telshore. On that road earlier, further south, is that place Angelica's that sells discount furniture.
Angelicas.
Angelica's.
Oh.
And it's kind of, they have interesting things, too.
So if you drop
this
into
place is probably pretty good.
if you drop into the club store, say you saw it right here on the Las Cruces channel.
Tell them Mike sent you. Although I call myself
Yeah.
Michael.
Now I tell you, I got this letter in the
This
mail.
is very important. Can I take a break now?
Now look
while
at
you
this.
talk about
Go ahead,
this?
make another drink.
Yeah.
And actually, the post office was sending me this postcard from my union, and it got ripped up. I see somebody tried to scotch tape it back together, and they decided, well, it won't work this way. So the post office, in their wisdom, put it inside this great big envelope, and then mailed it to me that way.
Well, they're not going to get exactly the right size. This is probably for all the times they screw stuff
Yes.
up. I wonder why they did this. ADS Go Union, SAG-AFTRA. Do you know what SAG-AFTRA is?
I do.
Oh.
And actually, I put it back.
He's actually doing this for free, by the way. So.
And yeah,
Well, we're not on stage, so it's okay.
So I don't know how much this costs the post office to do.
It doesn't
this.
cost them anything. They got envelopes there for such
Yeah, which they
browsers.
had to pay for.
They don't pay for it. They charge you for it, and then they tack the cost on.
So anyway, I thought it was a little bit of overkill, but I'm glad they took care of my mailer.
So you're going to
Thank
send
you.
in your dues now?
Thank you, post office.
You're going to send in your dues?
I did. I just got my new card.
The post office has their own union, so they probably
That's
respect
true.
that. You
They
know,
do.
they go, oh damn, oh it's a union. I'll put it back together.
Now, thinking of the holiday
What's
season
next?
as we were, it's Christmas tree buying time for those of you who buy Christmas trees. And there's a
drink
couple of
to
things you want to remember when you go buy a Christmas tree. First,
What?
what you want to do, well, measure the floor to ceiling height. So you don't buy a tree that's too tall that you have to then whack off. And thereby losing.
you know what the first thing to do would be?
What's that?
Don't be stupid.
Okay.
I mean, you got to know that a tree that's bigger than your house is
People make these mistakes all the time.
Really?
Also, when you get to when you get there at the Christmas tree place, look at the tree. Make sure the bristles aren't dry, and also
Yes.
when you buy it,
I'm new to this.
when you take it home,
Yeah.
you want to saw off the very end, toward the root end. The bottom
As
of
you
it.
would do with rose stems when you put them in a vase.
Right.
So
you
they're
want to cut
fresh.
off the very end of it so it'll absorb water better.
But don't cut off the plug that leads to the tree. They all have plugs, right?
Not the real ones.
How do you light it up?
Now you
You put candles on them, right?
Um,
And light the candles. Did I just
know.
did I throw you off track there with candles?
I know it's
Did you put a candle up your nose?
two non-Christians talking about Christmas trees.
Yes.
Um,
Which one of us is a non-Christian?
Then what you want to do is make sure you water it well and keep it well watered. Otherwise, it will dry up and can become a fire hazard.
Which is what California is.
Yes.
California You should have watered your Christmas trees. Because they're going through quite a...
They're losing all of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, also, this time of the year...
Are we going to talk about Christmas trees anymore?
No, we're done with
Good.
the Christmas trees. Some of these are flocked.
Are any of those juniper?
so
Because
get-
juniper you could use to make gin.
That's true. Now get the
Flocked.
Get the flocked out of there.
Okay.
It's bowl season, football bowl season time.
Oh, bowl.
Some of the better college teams
Bowl.
get invited to college
You
football
could have
bowl
said
game.
ball or bowl
Bowl.
or bull.
Bowl games.
And those like maybe Toreadors coming out of.
In the past, the Aggies finally got accepted to a bowl game, invited to attend a bowl game because of their record.
A bowl game.
Yeah. In the past, they've been basically in the
Potato
toilet
chip
bowl.
bowl.
This is their first bowl game in 57 years. And they will be playing in the Nova Home Loans Arizona Bowl.
What?
You've heard of Nova Home Loans?
No, I didn't. I never heard
Well,
of that.
they have a bowl game.
I guess they're new.
And it's the Arizona Bowl this year. And
Nova.
the Aggies will be playing Utah State, who they played in the previous bowl game 57 years ago.
Oh man! Wow.
So-
Most of the guys who play in that game are probably dead. No, they're probably they're our
They're
age.
retired.
They're our age, maybe, or
Maybe a little older, I'm
Yes.
thinking. So, yeah,
They're
Yeah.
that guy's age.
that's Pistol Pete.
That guy. He doesn't look like that anymore when he comes out.
Now, you know what?
I like how we're running through these topics.
What's that?
Toys.
Oh,
What
yeah.
Toys. Rock and Jump. That's after.
No. Also, you know
Toys.
what?
Where's toy? Oh,
toy
Trucker's
drive.
Toy Drive.
Yeah, the Truckers Toy Drive. That's going on. If you notice a bunch of trucks, a big long procession of trucks being escorted by deputy sheriff cars, that's the Truckers Toy Drive that was going on today.
Is today Saturday?
Yes.
Okay.
And they were they formed down in Vado. They formed a convoy, came north to Las Cruces,
Yeah.
went down Amador Street to the truck stop there, to the Border International on West Amador.
And,
Motel
Motel Boulevard, right?
Yes, and that's where they're giving out all the toys. The trucks are being judged by best decorations.
Are they filled with toys, these trucks?
They're not filled with
They're
toys.
coming from Vado. I'd hate to think what they might be filled with.
I don't know how many
it comes
toys
from
each
Vado.
truck does. But you know how many toys each truck has. But so that's what all that was. If you happen to see a big procession of trucks going by today, this morning.
I'll keep that in mind. That's a good place to get breakfast, by the way, at the truck stop. Truck stops are always a good place for breakfast.
They
and
are.
pie.
Now, Las Cruces
Yes, I'm here.
made it into the ranking as the 32nd most safe city in the nation.
That's an example of it.
That's an example of what
what's
you're
not
not expected
good.
to see in Las Cruces.
I think El Paso made 34 or 36, which isn't bad considering how many cities there are that are sort of in northern climates that are more, they less tension than we have here.
Well, and since Juarez and Las Cruces and El Paso are right next to Juarez, which did have the highest crime rate in the world there for a while.
yes.
That's pretty good for
they
El
all
Paso.
died.
But Las Cruces, 32nd most safe city.
That's pretty good.
That's
It's
not bad.
It's a sales point.
Because Albuquerque is way up there in the crime.
It is.
Yeah.
So I would guess every city in Connecticut, New Hampshire, Washington State, Oregon, pretty low. Say Minnesota's pretty much
Hatch.
down there.
I don't know what Hatch is.
Hatch.
Hatch ought to be.
Hatch is in a city.
That's true.
Well, they did have somebody get shot there. So
That's a police officer. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we don't have all those police officers things. Do you have that thing? You didn't write this down. The fact that the city council is going to vote on naming one of the police stations after your friend
Stewart.
J.R. Stewart.
Yeah, the new police station out on on the east side of town.
Yes.
The new public safety building.
You also didn't mention the fact that our SWAT teams are wreaking havoc on houses, and some houses causing $60,000 to repair.
Yeah, they just go rushing in, smashing everything they
smash
can
windows.
on purpose.
Well, to scare the person inside.
Please.
Meanwhile, the one about a week or two ago, they had two people there. They got two people out, but one of the people that they were there specifically for fled somehow. Because the other girl was just a bonus.
They forgot to stake out the backyard, apparently.
Yeah, they don't watch TV, do they? I mean, we know that.
So
Whenever you and I stake out houses.
Oh, yeah, we know how to stake out a house.
That's why they call you the backdoor man.
Yes, but the house that we stake out are steakhouses.
That too.
But let's take a break.
Oh, you want to take a steak break?
Steak break, and a Manischewitz break.
I don't know. Manischewitz comes in as a good vermouth.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call now.
Friend, do you remember when it felt good to withdraw your cash from the bank to expand a business, go on vacation, or buy a new car? Well, today, withdrawing your own cash has become a very risky business. According to the secret war, banks are now required to spy on us for the government and then report any suspicious or unusual behavior. I suggest you get the secret war free. Call the number on your screen or visit online.
This is a national healthcare alert from the Health Hotline. If you, a family member, or a loved one suffers from knee pain and have Medicare as your primary insurance, we've got great news. You could qualify for a pain-relieving knee brace at little or no cost to you. Get free delivery, and all the paperwork is handled by our accredited suppliers at no charge to you. We also have other pain-relieving braces available for shoulder, ankle, and your back. Call the number on your screen right now to immediately receive a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
Well, we were talking about Las Cruces being ranked the 32nd most safe city. They compared 182 cities in the country.
Well, actually, so we're
And they ranked them
in the top 6.
in 3 categories: community safety, financial safety, and natural disorders, natural disaster risk.
Oh, you know, we are very low on the natural disaster
Disasters.
risk.
Well, you never know.
You never know. Sometimes a politician could be a national
Yeah.
disaster.
Right. No, hey, have you been to Rock and Jump?
Yeah, I go there every weekend.
Do you know what it is?
What? Yeah, I go there to look at 14-year-old girls.
No, but you can look, but don't touch.
That's true.
Now, Rock and Jump. Rock and Jump's
I
been
don't
open
do
in Las
that, by
Cruces
the
now
way.
just a few months, and a lot of happening things are going on down there. And, you know, it's right there on North Solano. No, I'm sorry, South Solano.
Well, it depends on how you look at it. It's
Solano
north
in
from me,
Colo-
but south
California.
from Loman.
Yeah, and
That used to be a fitness center also.
it was. Part of it
Remember that,
was.
yeah.
Part of it was.
That's how it started.
And right now, this is a Las Cruces channel special. You can
Well.
get a free pitcher of soft drinks.
What?
If 2 people go in and buy 2 hours each of fun there, you get a free pitcher. You have to download it from the Las Cruces channel.
.com.
Download the coupon that you see there on the right-hand side of the screen.
Oh, go to our Facebook page.
Go to our Facebook page, and there it will be, the Las Cruces channel. And all you have to do is show them on your phone. You don't have to download
So
the coupon.
if you forgot to do that, you just call it up on your phone, and
Yeah,
there you go. You
there
get
you
your
go.
coupon.
Now, they also have a special going on, an ugly Christmas sweater special. You show up in the month of December with an
Good.
ugly Christmas sweater, they'll give you a $5 discount just for walking in.
And taking it off so you don't show their ugly sweater around.
You're going to work up a sweat when you're in there. So
That's not an ugly one. I mean, that's got a,
that's not bad.
a deer, and there's the really ugly ones.
So, Rock and Jump. It's happening down there. The kids love it.
Now's the time when your kids are driving you crazy at home, bring them over to Rock and Jump, because that way they get rid of all their excess energy.
That's right.
You can feed them all the leftover Halloween candy, get rid of that. Put them on the trampoline, they get rid of their energy. They go home, they sleep. People should do that instead of taking pills.
They don't sleep.
You know.
Kids, they don't sleep.
After Rock and Jump, they will.
Now, you know what? The first
What's
part,
next?
first part of the show, we tried
Oh.
mixing these 2 items together. The
Manischewitz
Manischewitz wine and the vodka.
potato vodka.
Now this time, I mixed the vodka with the sweet vermouth.
And what's your opinion? What is your opinion? You didn't say it. Oh, you didn't try it yet. Do you like it better with Manischewitz?
I kind of prefer it with the vermouth just because I think I'm more used to vermouth.
Makes more sense, doesn't it?
It does.
I didn't get up to that point yet.
I think the Manischewitz isn't bad mixed with the vodka, but I do slightly prefer the sweet vermouth.
This has probably more herbs. This doesn't have any herbs.
Right.
This has pretty much just 51% Concord grapes, and the rest is just Kosher.
This is more a complex flavor, which I think complements the vodka.
The vodka. Forget.
It makes it taste more like a cocktail than a fruit drink mixed with vodka.
Well, if you want to, people put vodka in fruit punch.
Yes.
And basically, wine is an alcoholic fruit punch.
Pretty much.
It's called sangria, usually.
Well, sweet wine is, like this one.
Well, dry vermouth you could use it with. Okay,
No.
let's see if we get through this list.
No.
Speaking of how safe the city is,
Is it safe to go out into the wilderness?
well, now it is because
The Oregon Mountain Desert Peaks are going to remain exactly as they are.
we weren't decimated like the other two things that Zinke suggested.
There was a big risk that the president was going to
Yeah.
hack and cut back on millions of acres, like they did in Utah.
Yeah.
They cut back 80 to 90% of those two national monuments in Utah,
For mining purposes, perhaps.
so they can strip mine all they want to now, on sacred land, some of it. But here,
So far, we have nothing to
fine.
give them for financial gain.
as well as the northern
So far.
the northern wilderness area national monument that Zinke looked at too is not being cut. So New Mexico lucked out, I guess.
So far.
Unless
of course, that was
Trump
Zinke,
changes his mind.
It was Zinke's suggestion.
Yes,
And
apparently Trump is following that suggestion.
so that's good.
Right. Now,
Oh, what else is new?
well, our animal shelter here is overcrowded with dogs and cats.
As usual, because those of you who have animals think you don't want to spay or neuter your animals because you think it emasculates
and then you let them run wild, and
then they procreate,
hook up.
and then you end up with a million things, and you go, oh, I got to get rid of them. Well, just take care of them in the beginning. Or
Right. And hopefully you've brought them in out of the cold this week. But we've just heard the news that the animal shelter arranged to have 60 dogs and cats flown to shelters in Idaho and Montana, where they're not overrun with stray pets that need homes, because I guess there's less people up there, especially in Montana.
because
Right, and they're very strict with the
I don't
spay and
think there
neuter
could be
program.
as many feral cats and dogs there running around outside, because Idaho and
too cold.
Montana, they die in the winter.
Yeah, so those cats and dogs, 60 of them, are off to a new home. That's 60 dogs and cats less now that the animal
have
shelter
to
has to worry
have-
about.
yes, and,
But you know what? They'll probably fill that up in 1 week.
Oh yeah, I know people who let their animals screw like bunnies.
Oh yeah, a lot of people when they love them as puppies, but then they grow up, they don't want them anymore, so they just drop them off and get a new puppy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
or
wonderful.
put them out and then they go mate with some poodle.
They don't.
Poodles are very sexy, They try to be. Right?
Yeah,
Because they're
French
French.
poodles,
Yeah.
yes. Now, there's a lot of things going on this weekend.
Is there?
There is.
You know why? It's holiday season.
Tis the season.
Whee!
Well, tonight down at the Rio Grande Theater, this fabulous group, Nosotros. You've probably heard of them.
Yes, there's an S at the end, but we
Yes.
cut it off.
Yeah, Nosotros. These guys are very talented musicians. That's tonight at the Rio Grande Theater.
It's one of the most popular local groups. They're
Yeah.
they're now from Albuquerque, but they used to be from here.
Yeah, 7:30 tonight. It's only $10. That's a pretty good bargain for the Rio Grande Theater.
Pretty good bargain, yeah. Should
Yeah.
fill it up.
Also going on this weekend, the 10th, the 12th, the 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Oh, yes.
Over in Tortugas, you have at the Tortugas Pueblo, you have all those festivities going on as happens every year. This is also the time when they
Do the walk
when
up
they
A mountain?
process up a mountain,
You know, it's not really a mountain because it's really Tortugas Mountain.
Tortugas Peak,
Do you know, Tortugas means
turtle,
yes.
and so you can
try
go
some
over
of
you
this.
can go over to Tortugas and watch the Indian dancers.
And also, you
There's
can
food.
you can help them walk up the mountain, which is always fun. Remember not to wear your shoes.
And they light fires coming back down at night.
They're not allowed to whip themselves anymore, right?
They can do whatever they want to.
Well,
Some people choose.
They're not.
Some people
advocating
choose to
whipping
walk
themselves.
barefooted.
Barefoot is. They didn't say.
There's
anything about
actually
that.
been people who decided to crawl the entire distance.
God, that sounds like
Real
a
penitence?
Chris Burden art experiment.
Well, yeah, I kind of have to wonder about somebody who would do that,
Well,
wouldn't you?
they want to make up for something. Oh, are you going to do that?
As they see.
Yes. I don't feel that guilty pretty much about anything except drinking.
I guess your mother didn't do a good enough job.
Making me guilty?
Yes.
She did.
Also this weekend, there's a lot of entertainment. Annie, the famous musical, is going on still at the Las Cruces Community Theater this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and a Sunday matinee.
Karen Courier said it's really good, and you got to believe
That's
her.
good.
Except we usually disagree.
And it's got a dog in it.
Oh, spayed? Neutered?
No, it's white.
No.
And over at the Black Box Theater, you have Crimes of the Heart, the Pulitzer Prize-winning play by Beth Henley. That's going on. Have you seen that?
Directed by Nick Zimmer. I'm seeing it yesterday.
Oh, very good. And so you've got two good plays to go see this weekend and
There's
next
other
weekend
stuff.
as well. Well, plus we have the Nutcracker Ballet
Yes, at the
at Atkinson
Recital Hall.
Recital Hall out at the university.
And what else is that?
That's like the 35th annual performance of that going on.
That's true.
Yeah.
And that's Michelle's dance group, Dance
Right?
Academy.
And they also bring in a professional to dance the
the main
the
character.
main lead.
Yes.
and
Or Kevin. Doesn't Kevin dance?
No,
He's
not
a prophet.
anymore. Not
He doesn't
anymore.
dance anymore?
No. And he's too old. That's a young man's
You're
game.
never too old.
It's a young man's
right?
game to
You
do
know,
that.
You stay in shape because you do your pliés all the
And
time.
also, you know, we're reporting here that Al Franken has decided he must resign.
So that's two Democratic senators that have resigned. And
Two Democratic the Democratic Senate has said, you two guys,
well, Al Franken
must
did
leave.
resign on Thursday.
And well, he said he will, but he's going
Yes.
to. I think till the end of the year he's going to be there.
Yeah.
Till the Christmas vacation that they have.
He should probably wait to see what happens with the Alabama election,
Right.
whether the public approves of sexual transgression.
Well, the Democrats are
or
taking
not.
care of it. They're making the people move out. The Republicans, they're encouraging guys like Moore to take
To keep-
office.
Yes, because they need their political issues.
Right. They'd rather hire a
more
child
important.
molester than a Democrat
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
for that post.
It's, yeah. Oh, they're calling him a child killer. But, you know,
killer?
yeah, fetuses.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's all the time we have this
Is
week,
it?
Michael.
You leave it on the word fetuses?
And so thanks for joining us right here on Double Talk. We'll be back same time next week.
Perhaps.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
I said we. At least I will.